Hi guys, welcome to Origin. This video is for people who are on the receiving end of a drone attack. So let me start with some advice to anyone who is maybe thinking of one day making videos on YouTube. You should be aware, first of all, that this kind of thing happens. Ultimately, as I've said, YouTube is law of the jungle. You have to be prepared for the fact that someone with thousands of subscribers, maybe even hundreds of thousands of subscribers, might respond to your video out of the blue. And when that happens, you know, it might not even be that they're drones. It might be that there's thousands of people that simply independently agree with them, and they come over and they don't like your idea, and they're not shy about expressing their disagreements, perhaps even dislike, possibly unwarranted dislike, most likely unwarranted dislike towards you. That's something to keep in mind. Now that may seem like pretty common sense advice, but it is the case that some people come onto YouTube and they're not prepared. In the worst case scenario, you could upload a video in which you're essentially having a breakdown and it could go viral. And that happened in the case of Jessie Slaughter, and the things that her father were saying in the video, most of them became memes. Now, I don't mean to discourage anyone from making videos. I don't, you know, these aren't scare tactics to try and make you not make videos. You should just be aware that this kind of thing can happen. You know, don't show weakness on YouTube, is what I'm saying. Come across as someone who can take criticism. And if you can't take that criticism, you should think very carefully about whether it's a good idea to post videos on YouTube in the first place. So let's assume that you've taken that advice, you've made some videos, and unfortunately you have incurred the wrath of someone's drones. There's many options you can have. You can attempt to argue with them. It may be that they've simply been intellectually lazy on this issue. They haven't thought much about it, and they've, you know, essentially just accepted what the popular YouTuber has to say, but they would otherwise be fairly critical. So you might be able to get through to some of them. Others, especially on an issue where there's a lot of emotion involved, you might never get through to them, ever. And of course, if they get really out of hand, if they're posting death threats, or should it come to the point where they might even doc drop you, well, there's a block button, there's a report abuse button. As Rosebush said, your YouTube channel is effectively your house, and if someone was acting up in your house, you can kick them out. It's the same with your channel. You don't need to put up with anyone. You could even make a video calling out the popular YouTuber's drones. This brings even more awareness to the problem. Now, in the next video, I'm going to deal with arguments that drones can put forward regardless of whatever issue you're talking about. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.